Week 15 of the fantasy basketball season, and here's a few guards I looked at off the wire this week. The first guy, Andrew Nembhard of the Indiana Pacers. So this Pacer team playing good basketball this season, and obviously they made a deal for Pascal Siakam a couple weeks ago, and Nembhard, he's been stepping up of late and playing good since Bruce Brown's been traded. On the season, 9 points a game, 1.7 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 50% from the field. But the last couple weeks here for Nembhard, 15.2 points a game, a rebound, 6.7 assists, and 55% from the field. So right now, Nembhard, he's a guy that could get fantasy owners some value. I know he's not a great three-point shooter, but he's scoring the basketball well, passing the basketball pretty decent as well, and he's getting an opportunity right now with this Indiana Pacer team, playing some big minutes, 30, 35 minutes a game. January 25th versus the Sixers, 19 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists, a steal, a block, a 3, 53% from the field. January 26th versus the Suns, 22 points, a rebound, 8 assists, a steal, a 3, 62% from the field. And January 28th versus the Grizzlies, 16 points, 4 boards, 9 assists, a steal, 2 threes, 35% from the field. So like I said, the last 4 or 5 games, he's really playing good basketball for this Pacers team, getting more of an opportunity with Bruce Brown traded. And also as well, Halliburton's been out over the last few weeks on and off, but he should return soon. But right now, since he's playing well, is Nembhard. He's definitely a pickup this week, and he's available in 70% of fantasy leagues. Next guard I looked at off the wire is Ayo Dosunmu of the Chicago Bulls. So Dosunmu, he's been on this Bull team a few seasons now, and we've seen some flashes from him on and off over the last few seasons. And on the year, 9 points a game, 2.5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.1 threes, and 48% from the field. But the last couple weeks, where the playing time's gone up, and Zach LaVine, we'll see when he returns, or he might even get traded at the deadline within the next 10 days here. 14.2 points a game, 2.6 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 1.2 threes, and 54% from the field here. So Dosunmu, he's still available in tons of fantasy leagues at 79%. And the last few games, like I mentioned, he's going out there and he's getting the job done. January 20th versus Memphis, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, a block, 3 threes, 70% from the field. January 22nd at Phoenix, 13 points, a rebound, 2 steals, a block, 54% from the field. January 25th at the Lakers, 18 points, 2 boards, an assist, 2 steals, a block, 2 threes, 54% from the field. And January 28th at the Trailblazers, 15 points in that one, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 44% from the field. So Dosunmu's going out there. He's getting good playing time, like I said. And this Bull team, they're going to trade some players away at the deadline. And Zach LaVine, still no timetable for his return. And he might get traded, like I mentioned earlier. So right now, well, he's playing about 30 minutes a game. He's definitely a guard to pick up this week. The next guard, Josh Hart of the New York Knicks. So the Knicks, they're playing great basketball this season. But Julius Randle, he's dislocated his shoulder, and he might miss time. And now Josh Hart is a possibility he's inserted to the starting lineup, and the Knicks will move OG Anunoby to the powered forward position for the time being. So Josh Hart, we know he's a glue guy. We know he's a good rebounder. Not going to score the basketball much, but he does a little bit of everything on the season. 7.3 points a game, 6.5 boards, 2.7 assists, and 44% from the field in the last couple weeks. 7.3 points a game, 8.3 boards, 2 assists, 42% from the field. So like I said, if Randle's going to miss some time, obviously there's no timetable yet or 100% diagnosis if they found anything on the MRI with Julius Randle. Then Josh Hart, he's going to get some major minutes and play more and more shot attempts as well. So January 23rd, the Nets, 2 points, 5 boards, and assists, 2 steals, a block, 14% from the field. January 25th versus Denver, 4 points, 7 boards, 3 assists, a steal, a block, 40% from the field. And January 27th, where he played a little bit more in that one and scored, 14 points, 9 boards, 5 assists, 2 threes, 71% from the field. So like I said, if Hart's going to get an expanded role and more touches in this offense, because someone's going to have to at least fill in and carry the scoring load a little bit for Randle, where he's almost averaging 25 points per game. So right now, if he's out an extended period of time, I think Hart will be the play inserted into the starting lineup most likely. And he's available right now, 57% of fantasy leagues. Next guard's Gary Trent of the Toronto Raptors. So Gary Trent, it's been an up and down type of season for him. And we know his specialty is 3-point shooting and scoring. Besides that, he's not really going to give fantasy owners anything else. On the season, 11.6 points a game, 2.1 boards, 1.6 assists, and 2.3 threes a game here for Gary Trent. So Gary Trent points have spiked up a little bit last couple weeks. 13.8 points a game, 1.2 boards, 1.4 assists, 3.4 threes, and 52% from the field. So Gary Trent right now available in tons of fantasy leagues at 67%. And if you need a three-baller, that's pretty much what he's going to give you and score in January 22nd versus the Grizzlies. 6 points, 2 assists, a steal, 2 threes, 33% from the field. January 26th versus the Clippers, 13 points, a board, 3 assists, 3 threes, 38% from the field. And January 28th at Atlanta, 16 points, a rebound, 2 steals, 4 threes, 50% from the field. So right now, like I said, he's out there in tons of leagues. 3-point specialist is Gary Trent, and definitely worth an ad this week in the fifth and final guard. I looked at off the wire this week. Eric Gordon of the Phoenix Suns. Eric Gordon, we know he's another player just like Gary Trent, where 3-point shooting is his specialty and pretty much nothing else. He's in the fantasy owners on the year, 12.5 points a game, 2.1 boards, 2.3 assists, 2.5 threes, and 44% from the field here for Eric Gordon. So Eric Gordon right now, he's available in tons of fantasy leagues at 81%. And he missed a few games in a row, but he's returned now the last 2 games. 26th at the pace, 14 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, 2 threes, 55% from the field. Then January 28th at the Magic, 9 points, a rebound, an assist, a 3, 80% from the field. So right now the Sun team, 2 tough losses in a row for them at Indiana. And then at the Orlando Magic in their last ball game. But like I said, if you need 3-point shooting and a guy who's coming off the bench for the Sun team, playing anywhere from 25, 30 minutes a game, I think Eric Gordon is a pretty decent ad this week. So that's a few guards I looked at off the wire for Week 15 of the fantasy basketball season.